Elon Musk should compete with YouTube. What is this? Oh no, is this someone talking about how they think Elon Musk should make a YouTube competitor? Yikerinos, we can watch that real quick during the hype train. That's fine. It's only a 3-minute video.
Greetings, Magoganites, and welcome back.
Aww.
Do you know what really vexes me?
That's an interesting affect for an internet persona. I wasn't expecting that. I say this while wearing a stupid steampunk hat, but like, oh no, you know? I like the context though. Like, if this person showed up at my D&D game, I'd be like, all right, we're gonna have a good time. But I don't know about this as an internet persona. Have you watched Puffin Forest's D&D videos? They're hilarious. No, I haven't seen them. Catalina Gearbox, so $3. You going to view the Crowder video I sent? Oh, God, I really don't want to. It's going to be so transphobic. I'll keep it on standby just in case. But I really don't want to watch it. I make a point to not watch Steven Crowder videos 99% of the time. Like, you guys may have noticed, like, no matter how many episodes... I don't think we've ever covered a Steven Crowder video on Chud Watch. No, maybe we did once. I think we did once. Out of all the episodes we've done of this show, I just hate Steven Crowder, and I don't feel like it's worth the time to even address him. He's just a jackass. And I say that as someone who covers, like, John Doyle, so imagine how low of an opinion I have of Steven Crowder. Freaking Out 99 says, I didn't know, I didn't know Magog was a chud, but I know he was an edgy atheist YouTuber back in the day. I think his persona is that he's a demon or something. Oh, that tracks. 25 seconds with 79% of the level 2 hype train. MMO Addicted with 10 bits. First thing I thought of was Heroes of Might and Magic 3 Inferno had Gogs and Magog as units. I think they are a Jewish mythology thing. Yeah, Gog and Magog. That's a thing in the Bible, in the Old Testament. I don't remember the context, but I know we read about it. Tucker Wright 24, did we just stumble upon a clone of TJ Kirk? Yeah, he looks a little like him. Sushi Mom 10. Here's a Puffin Forest vid for a cleanse. Sweet. Thank you. Ooh, we only did level 1, which I'm almost a little happy about, because then I can just wear this hat. I look like a jackass, but I like it. Keirthin, thanks to the 200 bits. Old enough to know more better. Thank you for gifting a sub. And I think that brings us up to date.
Why is it that no one has been able to figure out how to compete with YouTube on any kind of meaningful level? Seriously. I mean, yeah, sure, we have BitChute and Vimeo, smaller platforms like that, but...
BitChute's full of literal Nazis, so I don't even know if I'd count that as an actual competitor to YouTube any more than Stormfront is a competitor to, like, Reddit. You know what I mean?
They own such a small portion of the video sharing market that they're not doing any damage to YouTube at all. The problem is that Google owns so much of the internet. They have control over so much.
I agree with that. I think Google should probably be broken up. It's become, I don't know if monopoly is the right word in every single aspect of Google's business, but they're so big at this point that they should be broken up. We need to, in this country, bring back, like, breaking up giant conglomerates. It's pretty clear that we've been way too pro-corporation in this country for too long, and everyone in the country except for rich people have faced the consequences of that. It's been bad. Devious Jillster with 25 bits. Hannah looks like a steampunk goddess. Also, Hannah, I look like a jackass. My god, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't care if this is somehow simping. Take my bits. Hey, whatever you guys think, that's on you. I'm just saying what I think. Wildest Hydra 904 friggin' Reagan. Yeah. Reagan bad. I don't like Ronald Reagan.
that YouTube is just integrated everywhere and people just accept it. Well, that vexes me, because for any good marketplace to flourish, you need fair competition. So here's what needs to happen. A new kingdom must rise to challenge the dominating empire that is Google. The leader must be someone who has power and influence and a large enough treasury to fund the campaign. This new king must understand the plight of its people. He must understand that the mainstream media is a
Stone
propaganda
Corbell, let's break up
wing
Disney
of the
while we're at it
Silicon
and also
Valley
undo the
Empire.
horrible damage
And
they've
above
done
all,
to copyright
they
law.
must recognize the struggle to keep freedom of speech and expression alive and flourishing. So, people of the Earth Realm, I, Lord Magog, command you to convince Elon Musk to create an alternative to YouTube.
Oh god, that would be so bad. Elon Musk is just the worst. I hate people. I shouldn't say I hate people. I hate the position that Elon Musk is this like, he might be a billionaire and one of the richest people on the planet, but he posts funny memes, so he's just like one of us. No, Elon Musk is an awful human being. His family profited off of apartheid. He's a bad guy. He exploits his workers. He prevents unionization. He fires people, like, before they're able to get access. Literally, there was an employee who, like, they were a day before they were able to get the stock benefits from their job, and he fired them the day before. Like, he's not a good guy. When there was the Thai cave rescue and he was like, I'm gonna build... This is a good hat for this, actually. I imagine Elon Musk unironically wears a hat like this. I'm going to build a submarine to save these Thai children. And then, you know, reasonable, actual cave divers went and saved the kids. And Elon Musk called one of the people who saved the kids a pedo because he stole Elon Musk's thunder. Like, Elon Musk is a bad guy. He's committed securities fraud on Twitter by being like, oh, we have an offer to take Tesla private at $420, which is literally just a weed joke. He was making a weed number joke, and that's fraud. You can't say that your company has an offer to go private at a high valuation. That was higher than the company was valued per, you know, share price at the time. And then it made the stock shoot up because people were like, oh, this stock is going to be worth at minimum this amount of money very soon. Like, the guy's a psycho. The guy's been lying about Tesla's self-driving technology for years, and no one calls him out on it. He's a bad dude. He's a real bad dude. And an Elon Musk version of YouTube would be a libertarian nightmare. I cannot even imagine the level of awful stuff that they would get away with on there. Catalina Gearbox with $3. My re-speech... My re-peach, rather. Anyway, there's some of my Elon Musk stuff that I think is stupid. Oh, also, he bought Solar City, which, and lied. Remember years ago when Elon Musk was like, we've built the first solar roadways, or not roadways, solar roofs, and you can put this roof on your roof, and it'll be a solar panel. That was a lie. That was all a lie. He bought that company using Tesla money because his brother was invested in that company, and so was he, and it was about to go bankrupt. So he bought it with Tesla's money, and those roofs still don't exist. It's complete fraud. I am telling you, someday there will be a Theranos level or Fire Festival documentary on all of the fraud of Elon Musk. I'm obsessed with Elon Musk. It's unhealthy, but nonetheless, it's true. Believe me. Where's my tinfoil hat? It's over there. I'm too lazy to go get it, but imagine I'm wearing the tinfoil hat, okay? I'm not crazy. Everyone else is.
A video sharing site that is open to all and has the money and influence to back it up and compete in a larger market.
And Hannah will direct
Elon Musk is a genius billionaire who goes to space. Why can't he help build a new...
Dude Spanking Dude says, Doomer Brain wants to watch the world burn. Have you replaced the batteries in your Sonic? Apparently the ones they come with have been expanding or exploding in 2020, which can be annoying to fix. Which Sonics? Which ones? Which ones? I own many Sonic screwdrivers. I have one right here. And my D&D wand, which is based off of a sonic screwdriver, is sitting around here somewhere. So, the one you use for D&D... Hold on. Where is it? Let me go grab it. This one? The one I use for D&D? Hopefully it's not... I mean, it's still working. Ooh. I probably do need to change the batteries in this one, though.
There's nothing funny about the
Devious Chillster with 25 bits. God, this is one of those guys who comes to your tabletop and you're like, oh, cool, this is going to be great. Welp, I guess we're getting a Warlock. He plays for a while, you love it, and then he brings up Age of Consent or something, and the whole tabletop just dies.
There's nothing funny about the
oh, no. Okay, I'll take a look at the Build a Sonic set stuff. It's probably because they're so old. I mean, these came out... I've bought several of these specifically for D&D props so I can use the parts to edit. Because they're really cool, you know? But, like, there's only so many because they weren't popular. So you have to buy old ones with the original batteries in the box. So I imagine it's just to the point where the batteries are really, really old. Because they made, you know, however many years ago when they made this set. And then, yeah... The batteries have just aged. So I'll check out the one I just bought. MMO Addicted with 10 bits. Oof, my laptop literally blew up a couple years ago. I had I had to threaten to sue Razer in the EU customer court for them to honor the warranty. Lame. Cherry Tree Boy, hey Hannah, I was rewatching one of your streams and I wanted to tell you something, so I'll do it now. You were watching a video about MGTOW guy complaining about soy, and it reminded me one time my culinary teacher actually told the boys in the class to avoid eating soy because it'll make them girls. A culinary teacher, my mind was blown. In case you ever need to know this, for someone who's claiming, like, unironically that, like, oh, soy'll turn you into a lady. Plant estrogen that is in soy is not the same thing as human estrogen. They're not the same thing. Unless you are a plant, the estrogen in soy will do nothing to you. My God. Like, do you think if soy actually turned you into a woman that trans women wouldn't be all over that shit? Yeah, H-Bomber Guy has a good video on it. He completely debunked it. But I'm just saying, for the record, if you ever need to explain it to a stupid person, plant soy, or I keep saying plant soy, plant estrogen is not the same thing as human estrogen, period.
Way to directly compete with the Silicon Valley overlords and their mainstream media goblin armies. It's time to step it up, Elon Musk. For the people. Invite Joe Rogan along to be your high commander.
I am so sick of Joe Rogan. My God. Today, Trump was like, I want to go on the Joe Rogan podcast and do a debate with Joe Biden. And I know this gets said a lot, but this is absolutely the worst timeline, and I hate it. I wish I was the professor, my D&D character, so I could take the Hartnell back in time and just delete the last 4 years. It's been a nightmare.
There's nothing funny about
MMO Addicted with 10 bits. I bet this guy has an Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, BDSM master slave fanfic. I mean, who doesn't? Devious Chillster, the fact that Trump is comfortable with going on the Joe Rogan podcast says terrible things about the Joe Rogan podcast? No kidding. Sargon's been on there too. The Joe Rogan podcast is shit. I mean, the production values are fine, but, like, he's the most credulous host ever. He'll have awful people on, and he'll just let them spout nonsense. And, like, that can be a good hosting technique, but, like, you need to couple that with, like, really good vetting of your guests. So if you're going to have someone like Neil deGrasse Tyson on, it might behoove you as a host to shut your mouth and just let him, like, talk for like an hour, because he has really interesting, informed things to say. But then you bring on someone like Jordan Peterson or Michaela Peterson or Sargon, and you let them run their mouth for an hour, and it turns into a shit show. Like, if you're gonna have a laissez-faire style of hosting where you don't question what your guest is saying almost ever, whether they're talking about DMT or Bigfoot or SJWs, whatever, then you need to vet the people before they come on and run their mouths. And that's something that Joe Rogan is entirely missing.
Literally, get high with Joe Rogan and command this to happen. All that remains is a good name. A good, marketable name that reaches out to people and pulls them in. Well, if you're watching, Lord
oh God, Elon Musk too. Like, he went on Joe Rogan's podcast and smoked weed on camera at a time where SpaceX employees are being drug tested, and if they test positive for marijuana, they get booted. Like, it's so hypocritical, and that has to do with the government contract stuff. They work, with NASA, and, like, yeah, I agree that those rules are stupid, and that the government should just, like, get with the 21st century and recognize that people smoke weed, especially people in tech fields, but the fact is they don't. And the fact that Elon Musk, the head of SpaceX, can go on the internet for everyone to see and smoke weed, but his employees are going to get fired from their job for doing the same in the privacy of their own homes, it's disgusting and indicative of all the worst aspects of our current society.
Elon Musk, I've come up with a perfect name for your video sharing platform. You have the SpaceX and all that Project X stuff, so just call it X Videos. Works for me.
Ha ha ha. Reference to porn website. Wow. That was a terrible video. 5,000 views for that one, huh? Just for taking 3 minutes to say that Elon Musk should make a YouTube competitor? Wow. Low effort. In fairness. So what are you gonna do?